Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
All right, sorry about that. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is that? Okay, just hold on, please. I'm trying to do something on my system. Hold on, please. All right. Okay, now let's continue from where we stopped. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm trying to. Now I told you I hardly use system for my for trading these days because I've been very busy. I've not been sitting at home. So I want to log into my MT4 so we can take the time session also, so I can show you some things. But if I am unable to log in because I don't know what's wrong with it. If I'm unable to log in, I will explain either way. So now, please remember we were talking about EMAs here. So please, I think we should all draw this. Very important. And how many people do we have now on the
11, sir.
Who is that again? So we have 5 EMA. We have 13. Can someone help us drop it on the group that they should join? We have 50. We have 200. We have 800. We don't really talk much about this one, but it's still also there. We have 3,200. So on 1 hour, this 3,250 minutes means 800. This 800 means 200. This 200 means 50. This 50 means 13. And this 13 means 5. So 5 is nothing on 1 hour. On 4 hours, this 200 means 800. This 800 means 50. This one means 13. This one means 5. And this one means 0, 0. This is the relationship between time frame MRs. Are we done drawing? Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm here. Sure, I'm holding on. I'm holding on. There's nowhere to go.
I'm done with the
Okay, can we move on?
Yes, I will move on. Thank you.
All right, just hold on. I'm coming. Just hold on. Okay, now do we understand understand what we have there? Eh?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
what do you understand? What do you understand? Explain something to me. What do you understand?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, someone should explain something. What do you understand? Someone should explain now.
Well, the higher the time frame, the lower the EM is. So on M15, for instance, you have 13. I mean, on M15, you have like 50 EME. Then higher time frame H1, you have a lower EME, which is 13 EME. Then on a higher time frame, which is H4, you have a lower time frame, which is 5 EME. So it reduces as you go up the time frame.
All right, that's great. Okay. Jennifer, right? That's the doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor, is that you? Okay, good. What if what was it called? What if we have a situation that on 1 hour we have a reset on 1 hour? What is happening on 15 minutes at that time? And which EMA should we be expecting 15 minutes to be?
800.
That's more talking.
200.
That's not general talking.
Yeah. I agree
Jennifer,
with
we are waiting for you.
200. Well, yes, I agree with 200.
You agree with 200. So you mean on 15 minutes we should be having 200 EMA?
No,
Explain for that. Let's get you.
800.
So on 1 hour, Mo is saying 800 on 15 minutes, right?
Yes.
Jennifer, you are saying 200 on 15 minutes. Hello.
I'm getting confused.
Please don't be confused. We said a reset on 1 hour. What is happening on 1 hour and what is happening on 15 minutes? I'm just trying to let us see the relationship between these things. So what is happening on 1 hour?
If there's a reset on 1 hour,
Mhm.
oh well, I don't know. I'm guessing
Okay.
there's a peak. I'm not sure.
Can I
Okay.
come in, sir?
Okay, please come in. Who is talking, please?
Salami, sir.
Okay.
And if there is a lead test in 1 hour time frame, then the
Okay.
EMA will be 200.
Okay.
So on 15 minutes, it's going to be 800.
Okay.
So
So
that's
on 15 minutes, we'll be having 800 around that region, right?
yes, sir.
So what is 15 minutes time frame? What is the price action looking like? What is the structure looking like?
The structure will be it will have found out then. It will have already retested then. So it will be moving.
We tested in what sense? A bigger time frame is doing its peak. What will be smaller time frame be doing at the same time?
It
So
will be
consolidating around the 200 EMA.
It will be consolidating around 200 MA, which is correct, but it is also doing its peak around that time. A bigger time frame, like I was explaining the other time, a bigger time frame when it's coincides, when a bigger time frame is doing its peak, right? A smaller time frame must be doing its peak at the same time. It will just take a longer day for that lower time frame to leave that peak formation region, or longer time, because a bigger time frame is at that same period, like what happened to gold the other time. And I actually think I used one other pair to explain also the last time. Sorry, I'm trying to log into my MT4, but Baba is not logging in. I need to download another one before. So let me just go back to Zoom. Don't worry, I will explain everything I need to explain. Now,
Okay. Sorry, I have a question. So
please
does
ask your
that
question.
mean that, say on H4, there is a pullback on level 1, then H1 is doing has completed its cycle and it's like at the, say, peak reset. So you're saying that at M15 will be at a peak too.
Definitely.
Okay, all right.
Now look at this. This is a peak on H1, right? This is a peak on H1, right? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yes,
This
sir.
is a peak on H1. This is a peak on H1, right? What will M15 be doing at the same time? M15 will be doing a peak. I explained this from the very beginning of time frame blending. This is what M15 will be doing. Now, this is a level on H1. This is a peak on M15. This is a level on H1. This is a peak on M15. This pullback on H1 is a peak reset on M15. Now, this low here is also a peak on M15, but it's always wide. I'm coming. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my phone screen again so you guys can see. I think we need another time for class. We need to do this class continuously for some time. I think we are getting to that stage now. Okay, I'm coming. Just hold on. Just hold on. Make host. Are you sure I want to make Jesus? Yeah, I'm sure. All right. Okay. Okay. Share screen. Start broadcast. It's almost 10 o'clock. Yes. All right. You can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go here. This is a peak on 1 hour, right? A peak on 1 hour is saying it is a peak. Price action on 1 hour is saying it's a peak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go to 15 minutes. What is 15 minutes price action saying? Can you see? 15 minutes is also saying what? I'm a
Peak.
peak. Can you see?
So,
So
sorry,
is it
possible?
what?
Is it possible if you use landscape mode? I'm not
No,
listening.
I don't use landscape. That's why I always try to tell people to use portraits. Portrait is actually far better than landscape. You make mistake with landscape at times when you are counting your level. I know when you are using portrait at times the chart, it is smaller to see what is happening next in chart. But when you use landscape, you tend to pick some okay, you mean this?
Yes, sir.
You tend to make some mistake. The reason why you are seeing bold, okay, let's use this if you want to use this. But then I prefer portrait, yeah. Just try and use portraits. It is better when it comes to level counting. Don't say I don't tell you. All right, look at this. This is on 15 minutes. This is peak, and on 1 hour it is also peak. Can you see it there? So peak on higher time frame is peak on lower time frame. Peak reset on higher time frame is peak on lower time frame. So that's why when we are having this reset here, and we go check 15 minutes, you will see it is also peak on 15 minutes. Can you see 15 minutes? Yeah, that's it there. It is also peak on 15 minutes. Now, a reset on higher time frame, which is happening. Okay, let me add one more moving average. Okay, 3,600. Just hold on, please. 3,600. Oh, no, 3,200. Exponential column. Let me use. No. Use something like this. Take 4. Take. Yeah. Done. Okay, let's see there. Come, please. What are you doing? Oh, good. Yeah, what was it on 15 minutes? On 1 hour?
800.
Hello, are we still together? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, I just added an EMA 3,200. That yellow one, that light yellow, the one on top here. Now that 3,000 EMA, 3,200 EMA. What was it on 1 hour?
So it is 800 EMA on 1 hour.
Good. Can you see that 800 EMA on 1 hour now? Can you see it is almost at the same point on 1 hour? Now that 200, that white EMA on 1 hour, what are you seeing on 15 minutes? That's 800 EMA on 15 minutes. Can you see 800 EMA on 15 minutes? So please take notes. 800 EMA on 15 minutes. Can you see? So it is actually as simple as that. I know it's complicated somehow. I know you are seeing as I'm muting you, but please let me mute you. Now they stop. Small, small, not big. Now, okay, let me look for another peak reset trade. I think I saw one. I can't remember. Okay, let's check gold. Now look at what I was talking about on gold. 1 hour. Let me use 1 hour. Okay, now look at this 1 hour trade. Look at how many days it's used to complete its peak on 1 hour. But when you go check it on 4 hours, you notice that 4 hours has also completed its what? Its cycle. 1, 2, then 4 hours peak. Can you see? Can you see that 4 hours peak is more? Are we still together? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, can you see that 4 hours peak is more? But if you go check this same peak on 1 hour, you see that, come on, it took a longer period of time. Look at it on 1 hour. Can you see? Now, it is only when a lower time frame and an higher time frame price action or cycle or peak formation coincides together, that is the only period you are not going to have a peak reset. Do you get that? That is the only time you are not going to have a peak reset. And when a lower time frame and an higher time frame peak formation coincides together, that is the only time you won't have a peak reset. That is the only time you won't have a peak reset. So look at this one now. We have the completion of a cycle here. Can you see at the down here? This is the completion of a cycle here. Can you see here? Now this one is telling me that since this thing is rose up, it's telling me that on 4 hours time frame, this is a peak formation trade also. So let's go check 4 hours time frame and see what happened. Can you see on 4 hours time frame? It's a peak formation trade on 4 hours. No, it's not this one. Okay, yeah, this is it. Can you see on 4 hours time frame is a peak formation trade also? Do you get what I just said now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's like the network is quite slow. You guys are replying slow though. So that is exactly it. Now, again, I will repeat. It is only when an higher time frame is not yet ready to, it has not completed its cycle. It is only when a higher time frame has not completed the cycle that lower time frame is going to give you a peak reset. So anytime you get to peak formation region on lower time frame, the next thing you are going to do before making any next decision in the market is to check an higher time frame. What is higher time frame saying? What is my higher time frame saying? Is it telling me that we are still going up or we're about to change the trend? Now, I'm not saying you can't trade peak reset trade. You can trade peak reset trade. But anytime you are going to trade peak reset trade, you trade to where? 200 EMA. You trade to where? These people are sleeping. Hello?
Hello, 200 M.
Good. You trade to 200 EMA. What's happening? Are you guys tired already?
No.
No, go on.
I'm trying to look for... All right, I know you are with me. Okay, now look at something. Let me look at a peak reset trade. Peak reset. I've seen one there, but I don't really like the one I saw. Good. Now look at the peak reset here. It's completed the cycle here. Then pull down back towards 200 EMA. Now, after it's completed the cycle here and it gave me M for a sell, See, this is my first TP. This is my first TP above anything else. My first TP will just be a little bit above that 200 MA. Now, you notice that it came down, right, to 800 MA. I will explain the reason why it came down to 800 MA very soon. Then it rose up back for what? A peak reset. Can you see? Now, it came down to 800 MA because 200 MA is very, very close to the peak itself. And it's, in most cases, it will break through that 200 MA. Peak reset in most cases is always like 1 ADR or 1.5 ADR. So it is not always shorter than 1 ADR or 1.5 ADR. So you can't imagine your peak reset should be this short from a peak trade. So our 200 MA is very close to the peak. So it has to pull down to the next bigger MA. But all those ones are later on. It is until when you start studying your chart, you begin to see all this one. But the cocoa is that your 200 MA is your take profit point. And when you are done taking profit, just leave the market until it gives you W to buy. And look at what it did. It gave you W here to buy. So it is very important to do that. I know you don't understand fully. We are still going to talk more about it, but at least I've said one or two things, and I hope you've been able to catch one or two things, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. You guys are very tired. Should we do sections? Should I say one or two things about sections?
Yes, sir.
Or we should call it a night?
Let's do
Let's-
the
Let's talk about this.
You guys are saying let's talk about sections. All right. Okay. Let's talk about section. Okay. Let's write some time frames down. The time frame may not coincide. We may not be the same with what you've known in forex before, but I'm telling you, this time frame I'm giving you is what I've noticed in the market, and it's what really works in the market. You understand? So let us write. We have 3 sections in BTMM. We consider only 3 sections in BTMM. Are you writing? We have the Asian section, the London section, and the New York section. We have more than that in forex. We have Sydney section. We have Tokyo section. All those ones falls under these 3 I just mentioned. I think we have about 5 or 6, right? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. But these 3 sections are very, very important. Very, very important. All others fall under these 3 sections. Are we ready? Now, I will be using Nigerian time frame. So, Mo, try as much as possible. Anytime I'm calling, just add 2 hours to it. Are we together? All right, let me be fast. I'm tired already, and I've not even eaten dinner. Okay, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. The first one is Asian section. Asia section starts 11 p.m., 10 or 11 p.m. Just write it like that, because anytime we have daylight savings, it is I think it's 11 p.m. When we don't have daylight saving. No, yeah, when we have daylight saving, it's 10 p.m. And when we don't have daylight savings, it's 11 p.m. So presently it's at 11 p.m. So you write 11 p.m., 10 or 11 p.m. to 7 or 8 a.m. I'll tell you the characteristics of this market. If you think I'm lying, you go to your chart and check it out. You see that it happens almost 70% to 80% of the time in the market. I want to ask you a question. Those people that have been Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I'm sorry. The network cut me out. Okay. Have you ever noticed those people that have been trading before, have you ever noticed that the market around this time I called Asian period? Should I have called the time? You heard me call the time, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever noticed that this period in the market is always slow? If you've been trading before, just answer me. People that have been trading in time past,
Yes,
our
sir.
experience with like market don't really move during this period. Market are always very sluggish during this period.
Yes, sir.
Do,
Yeah.
do you notice that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Have you ever asked yourself why? Ebuka, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Have you ever asked yourself why?
So says because the market makers are trying to build momentum and gather liquidity from the markets so they can
Good.
take everything out.
Good. Now he's talking like a market maker already. This period we call it, in most cases, we call it accumulation stage in the market. This period is accumulation stage. Markets really don't move in the middle of the night. I'm not saying it does not move. It's really don't move in the middle of the night. We have situations whereby the market moves. We have it at times when the markets get to a level and they hit 200 MA in the middle of the night, it moves. But in most cases, market don't move. And in most cases, market don't move past 40 to 50 pips around this period in the night. In Nigeria time, around that period, we call it accumulation stage of the market. Now, if you notice something that is always happening in the morning, around 8 a.m. or 7 a.m., if there's daylight saving, 8 a.m., like tomorrow is 8 a.m. because we've left daylight saving. 8 a.m., you will always notice that 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., you always notice some kind of fast movement in the market. Now, around this period, in the morning, we've entered London section. What did I call it? London section. Now, London section happens between 7 to 4. Between 7 and 8 to period of period that they really move the market. It's a period of let's say 7, 8, 4, 4. The period of around 3 p.m. in Nigerian time. But we are not looking at that length. The period we are looking at is from 8 a.m. to about 4 p.m. We have both London and section movement, crazy movement. But we are looking at London section now. So just underneath that London section, right between 7 to 8 till around 1 to 2. 7 to 8 till around 1 to 2. I will explain. Don't worry. Now, in most cases, this period is called, I call it the stop hunting period. Ask me how. Hello, are we together? Okay.
Yes.
Let me show you something. Okay, let me make my system host so I can show you something. Come on. So tired.
I'm very sorry. I've been kicked out for my notes, but I don't know if the recording can do it.
Jay, can you mute yourself, please? Let us all look at this. Okay, we have, this is Asian. That light blue box you have on your BTMM template is Asian section. So it's Asian section, we always have accumulation in the market. Market is always low. Then around 8 o'clock or 7 a.m. in the morning, Nigerian time, you see something like the market. Let's assume the market is moving down. We have a downtrend. You see something like the market is starting to move at a great speed, at the momentum, and the market will start moving up, which is telling a lot of people to what? Buy, because at this particular point in time in the market has been beating a support and resistance level up and down. Then the market will break out from here and start moving in a particular direction. Look at it, in a particular direction, moving in a particular direction. Now, between 8 o'clock to around 11 to around 12:01, the market will keep moving in a particular direction against the trend. Now, we said the market is moving down. The market should be moving down because it's a downtrend market. Can that person mute himself, please? Now, you as a market maker, you have to be patient this period. This is a stop hunting period. A lot of people keeps entering position as a buy because the market has broken